Use my code, get money off holiday. That's it. I'm Shao, a rapper, manga author, and occasional ninja. I'm a huge fan of Japanese anime and manga, food and culture. So I'm traveling the country to show you what Japan is like post-pandemic. Things to do, see, and eat. Don't eat that though. So that hopefully you'll venture outside of the capital and see some of the things this amazing country really has to offer. Welcome to
Okay, and here we are packed, ready to go. Trusty suitcase from IT luggage. And yeah, it's winter over in Japan, so we're packed fairly heavily in terms of clothing, a couple t-shirts, but once I get over there, I'll get a better sense of what the weather's like. Alongside that, we're also taking proof of COVID immunization in a printed form just because they informed us at Visit Japan UK that they prefer printed information over at the border. So yeah, let's go.
So the flight we took was actually a stopover, direct from London to Seoul, Korea, South Korea, and then the next day we'd fly to Tokyo.
Just arrived in South Korea. Very, very efficient in terms of the immigration. I know one word in Korean currently, thank you, 감사합니다, and I'm going to be overusing it for everything.
I'm not gonna lie, this was a really ambitious trip. We arranged it in partnership with Visit Japan UK, Inside Japan Tours and Essential Experiences, and the aim was to hit about 8 different places across Japan across the space of about 10-11 days. Now I personally think that going in the winter, January, it's a really good time if you want to see Japan for cheaper because the flight's going to be cheaper, it's off season, less people around, that kind of thing. So you just saw some Korean won there, and we needed that to get from Incheon Airport all the way over to the Grand Hyatt in Seoul. Me being me, I'd said that I wanted to stay in Seoul because I wanted to see the city, not realizing that it's a big man journey. It's meant to take an hour and a half, probably took us about 2 to 3 hours because we had no clue where we were going. They didn't take card for the train tickets, so I had to go find a cash point first. So that's something to bear in mind. Make sure that you have a little bit of cash if you're stopping over in Korea. The seats on the train were heated, which initially was cool, but then it got really annoying. Anyway, we arrived in Seoul, tired, and it's cold as well. Really cool city. I wish I could have seen more, but we literally had hours there. I don't regret it though, because it was awesome to see Korea, even for a little bit. If you have an overnight stopover, the airline might book your hotel for you, but they might not, so just check in on that. Another thing to check is that you will need a visa to enter Korea, even if it's for one night, so make sure you've got that sorted before you fly. Another thing, Google Maps doesn't seem to work very well in South Korea, at least it didn't for me. There were no walking directions whatsoever, so just bear that in mind. However, they do have Uber. Here's the city. You're gonna have to just accept that it's through the window of a bus because it was cold, I wasn't getting out for no one. I've heard great things about the internet in Korea. I would have loved to have experienced it more because out and about in the city, it was difficult to find Wi-Fi. In the train stations, in the airports, yeah, fine, but just bear that in mind as well. It's quite difficult to navigate, so I would seriously recommend to download offline maps on Google Maps so that you can navigate without the internet. I'm not sponsored by Google Maps, by the way, I just use it a lot. What? So after a long journey, we arrived at the Grand Hyatt in Seoul. Beautiful hotel. It actually started snowing just as we arrived. I was upset. If you don't know about me, I hate snow. So this hotel has a gym, swimming pool, ice rink, and Essential Experiences kindly hooked this up for us. And if you're interested in staying at this hotel, visit the Essential Experiences website, use my code. Yeah, that's it really. It's up to you. Here's me being an influencer. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. They wear masks in South Korea and Japan, indoors, on public transport. Outdoors, I think you're fine. But, you know, I was trying to be respectful to the people, them and their culture. So, yeah, I wore a mask inside. Anyway, hotel's nice. Swanky. Does anyone say swanky? I don't know.
We're there. It's a long journey getting over here, but we're here. So let's check out the room. Room is beautiful. And the view as well. Check this out.
I could just see the window, Shao. What the hell?
And of course, as usual, we have to do the all-important bathroom check.
So, yeah, literally the rest of this is just a grown man looking at a bathroom and then struggling to open a wardrobe. So, in the meantime, it was cool to have this hotel to stay at the Seoul Grand Hyatt because we were close enough to restaurants to check out some authentic food and just get a little sense of the city, I guess. So, yeah, if you've got a couple days or if you've got a little bit more time on your stopover, it's definitely worth doing Seoul. But otherwise, I'd just recommend the Grand Hyatt Incheon. It's closer. They've got a shuttle bus that'll take you directly to the hotel. Nice and easy.
Yeah, okay, so we're in Seoul. I'm not gonna lie, it's very cold right now, but we're gonna try out some Korean barbecue. There's a little bit of street here as well. We've just been checking it out. It's freezing, but it's really nice here. So yeah, let's go have a look.
My whole thing is I feel that I've actually been to a country if I've left the airport, number one, and number two, I have to eat some at least semi-authentic food in that country, then I can say I've been there. So it's Korean barbecue time. We just ordered whatever on the menu and yeah, it was really nice. I've had Korean barbecue in the UK before. No, sorry, in Portugal. I've had it in Portugal. But this was nice. The sauce was great. They cooked it for us. Wouldn't let us touch it. I'd probably burn myself, I guess. Ordered, I think this was some pork and some beef. And then some kind of seafood soup thing. I'm sorry, I don't remember what it was. But yeah, it was very reasonably priced. Whole thing was, like 35 quid. And I wasn't really even trying to be frugal with it. I was hungry, so yeah, decent. I think the pound goes a decent distance in South Korea for food anyway. I just saw Vegeta on a pack of noodles. That's literally why I filmed this. No other reason. Also, they use metal chopsticks at restaurants in South Korea, which is interesting.
It is 4 a.m. in the morning. But we're going to Japan. So that's good. The hotel was lovely, the Grand Hyatt. We're jumping in an Uber over to the Incheon.
It's pronounced Incheon, you fool.
International Airport because it's far. It's going to take about an hour by train. And yeah, I'm not trying to do public transport at this time in the morning. So yeah, so far so good. We had Korean barbecue last night, which was wonderful. Didn't really get a proper chance to explore Seoul, but I knew that already. It's just nice to get a small feel for it, try out the food. But from here, the real adventure begins. So let's go.
Taxi ride was actually very easy to the airport at that time. It was nice not to be cold. Gonna be real. Took about 55 minutes to an hour, I think, to get there. So if you do want to stay at that hotel from the airport, maybe consider just taking an Uber. I know I keep complaining about how cold it was. I'm a Caribbean island bredder, so I don't do well in the cold. But if you wrap up warm, you'll be all right.
So we made it to the airport without incident. Thank God for that. Nice and easy. So, all right, let's go check in.
I spoke too soon. I spoke way too soon. It all went wrong. But you know what? That's part two. I'm not even going to tell you about that now. Just watch part two.
Nani, Nani? Konnichiwa Guan. They don't understand the slang that I'm on. I don't give a damn, just spend the Nihon. When it's hammer time, Shao turn into Shao Kahn. Done it, naze, nani. They don't have a